Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. Today you're joining us on our Japanese series where we're blasting over the hills in our new freight train. Now we are managing a steady 100 kilometers an hour. Now this obviously does deviate every now and then. It's full of bricks and obviously when it gets presented with a hill every now and then it loses a couple of miles an hour, but you know, generally we're managing 100. I say miles an hour, it's kilometres an hour of course, not miles an hour. That would be ridiculous. Freight trains at 100 miles an hour, good lord. But yes, it is managing 100 kilometres an hour, and obviously this section now downhill all the way into Caria. So yeah, we're doing well. What's this coming the other way? This is the good shuttle. That is of course only managing 75. That loco's looking a little bit worse for wear, isn't it? Just have a look as it comes past here. Whoops. Yeah, it's... oh, okay, it doesn't actually look that bad. It looked horrendous on there, didn't it? It's just the reflections. It's just the reflections, everybody. No need to panic. Now, obviously, if that can manage 75 only, these might have a little problem, because obviously they'll be catching them up, won't they, if it's doing 25 kilometres an hour more. Oof. What an absolutely brilliant passenger service. 10. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Plenty of passengers on board as well. 247 out of 272, which is fantastic stuff. Now, what I want to be doing today is I want to be constructing a new line. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, Joe. You've more or less covered everywhere. I know. But yeah, I do want to construct a new line because we've got obviously the South Peninsula. I say peninsula. We'll call it the South Peninsula. I don't think it's a peninsula, it's just a bit of land. But we've got the southern bit that has quite a few towns dotted around it, and I'd quite like to connect sooner rather than later, because we're nearly in 1960 and we still don't have that connected yet. It needs a railway. So what I wanted to do first is make sure that this arrived, but we'll ignore that for the time being, because I have a feeling this is going to be quite a mammoth task. So when I say South Peninsula, what I mean is from Matsusaka down through Odai, Kihoku, you're just here for the pronunciations of course, Oase, Kumano, Shingu, down to Kushimoto, and then back up via Tanabe, Gobo, and Arida, of course, to Wakayama. Now, is this service going to run all the way around? Probably not. I think I'll probably terminate it at Wakayama and have that sort of run round this way. I think. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, we've got our two tracks here, and I've just realised that I have not built them. Yeah, I've not done anything with this track, which is a little bit annoying. Right, hang on, for double track. There we go, right, we'll get that out there. What's that going to do with the level crossing? We'll build it as new track, like this, the high-speed stuff. Oh. I say we'll build it, there we go. Got there in the end. Now, is this going to stick as one level crossing? Because if it does, that would be marvellous. Because if it makes it two, then we're going to struggle. Right, let's have a look. Can we have a barrier? Or we could have a... I mean, these don't seem to do anything. Right, okay, we'll just have a barrier. Okay, yep, that works. Barrier either side. I'm worried that it put two barriers. It used to on Transport Fever 1, didn't it? It was such an annoyance. Right, so this is going to come up here. Somehow. There we go. Right, build that. I mean, I don't think we'll be doing 300 kilometres an hour. I just like the fact that the track looks newer. Right, so Matsusaka, we're going to need a station here. What we're going to use, is it 240 in length? I forget. Right, passenger stations. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, that's about right. High speed with catenary. Right, platform with roof. Should we go with platform with roof for this? There we go, we'll have that. And then if we go... Right. Kamano. Whoops, that is not what I meant to do. Accidental clicking of mouse. Right, we'll have that over there. Now, there are a couple of industries down here, which, of course, we could make use of. Now, Xingu's not very big. Right, these can be our main stations here. We'll have a bit of that in the corner. Ooh, Gobo, that's quite big as well, isn't it? Right, there we go. And a reader. Very big station indeed. Right, there we go. I say very big. Now, the reason I'm going with that is because I want some platforms with roofs, and then I want some of these little platforms that just sort of look... It's just a bit of wasteland, really, isn't it? There we go. Look at that. It's just an empty platform, you know, for the smaller settlements en route. Right, Xingu. Should we build it round the coast here? Stick that. If we sort of have a bit of that, and then can I make that lower? There we go. Good stuff. If we come up here, we've got Kumano. Ways, right, okay, get rid, and we'll bulldoze a bit of that, just crop it back, because the station would just fit nicely there, don't you think? Through tunnels and things up to Kihoku, yeah. Like I say, you come for the trains, you stay for the pronunciation on this series, it's very much how it works. Right, we're going up to here, Odai. Should we have that up there, just sort of out the way? Yeah. Feeling that. Right. Okay, now we need to somehow get this across here. So what I'm feeling is a big level crossing. Because obviously level crossings, I don't tend to use them. Oh, hang on, what's happened here? Oh, the track's gone far too close together. Right, hang on, we'll just trim that back. Dear me. It's going to be a right task, this, isn't it? It's going to take most of the episode, I think. If not all of it, and then some. Right, here we go. So we're going to bring that to there. And then bring that round. And then can we do the same again there? Yes, we can. We'll just stop traffic. It doesn't matter, does it? I mean, I can't imagine that we're going to have that many trains where this is going to become a problem. You know, at the end of the day, I know it's a main line. But it is a very rural main line, isn't it? You know, it's... right, what are we doing here? So that's obviously going to be... So the thing is, do I want to build it like that? Or do we want to sort of have it as a bit more of a... Because like that's on that. Yeah, I think we'll... There we go, we'll stick to 70. I think we'll build it a little bit more sort of following the landscape. How's that? I mean, I don't think any of our electric multiple units can do more than 105 kilometres an hour, can they? Do we bring it out to then bring it back in? Or do we just sort of do a bit of that with some little tunnels? Right, well that can go down there. I think it would be cheaper to dig it out in real life than actually make a tunnel, so we'll do that. Now if I bridged that... bit like that, yeah? What about a bit of, I mean, what can we use? That's not going to work, is it? I like these bridges. I think they're fantastic. They look really good, don't they? I say that, you might be thinking, no, they don't actually. They look terrible. But I think they look great, so we'll go with that. There we go. We'll have it coming up there. Where's this other track gone? Beautiful. Right, bring that up. I want to make sure that it'll work together. Oh, hang on. We've got an invisible bridge here. Where did you come from? Right, let's just... make you into something. How about that one? And then that should... Right, we'll have a concrete tunnel of sorts. Beautiful stuff. Right, okay. I think it's going to look better if we do little things like that. I mean, it's not going to be more efficient by any stretch. I mean, we've already got sort of a bit of a path carved out for us here, haven't we, by the land? So I think we would be silly not to use it, wouldn't we? There we go. Right, we'll bring that up there, and then round again. Should we use little tunnels? I think little tunnels might just work in this instance. Right, we'll have a couple of them. I don't want them to look too high speed. Because obviously this, even though we're using high speed tracks, this isn't a high speed line, you've got to remember. It's just, I just want it to look modern. Right, we'll bring that around there, and then we'll go for the big tunnel. What should we use? Should we use a bit more of a high speed tunnel there? It's not a high-speed line, it just looks futuristic. Do we want that tunnel? I don't know. No, well, because we can use that tunnel for the super high-speed stuff, and that tunnel for the... I mean, we can use them both, really, can't we? We'll just have the one high-speed stars tunnel. Right, so where are you going now? We're sending you... Right, we can't send you down there, can we? We'll aim for a minimum of 100 on this stretch. Another tunnel. I mean, there's absolutely no need for that really sharp curve there, is there? But, I mean, I wanted it to sort of come out along the coast sooner rather than later. Right, that's... I feel like this will bend sort of more around the coast than go through that massive... Because I'm trying to think like the builders would have thought back in the day, because obviously I feel like this rail line would have existed sooner than 1956. But obviously due to time constraints and the fact that there's only one of me building, as opposed to flipping hundreds of them. Right, there we go. Bring you round there, lovely stuff. And then we're going to need a big tunnel to get through here. How are we doing financially? Oh, we've got billions and squillions of pounds in the bank, so that's going to work, isn't it? We're not going to have any problems. What the chuff are we doing here? I mean, this is just going to have to be an underground section, isn't it? Let's face it. I don't think there's a way we can get over there. It's just going to be one massive tunnel. It literally is, isn't it? Oh well. The great Japanese engineers, I'm sure that something like that wouldn't be too much for them. There we go, we'll build that on there, yep. Straight up here. No, why are you colliding? We don't want any of that, thank you. Beautiful. That is quite the tunnel, isn't it, really? It's not how I wanted to design the railway lines that we were building, I'm not going to lie to you, but, you know, needs must. Right, can we bridge over that? Yes, we can. Excellent. What sort of bridge are we thinking? Should we go for a girder sort of approach? What about a green one? That's cool. Yes, I like that. That's good. And then, I mean, I don't know what we think's going on here. This lovely coastal drive is about to disappear. Oh, gone. There we go. Gone. Yep, sorry, it's an embankment now. Now, we need to pause that, because I don't want to disrupt the cars too much, but we'll get rid. And then we'll build a nice little dirt road. Should really build a more modern road, shouldn't I? But we'll build a nice little dirt road. It might be a listed road. I don't want to disrupt the goings-on too much. Right, build you into there. Now, how are we going to get away with this? Okay, we can do a bit of that. Right, what it might be better to do, because this is at town level, is build from this end. Keep everything flat. Right, no, don't. You've been really good with your level crossing building. Don't do that sort of weird one track higher than the other. We don't want that. We've got no place for that here. You see, you've built it properly there. That's good. Right. Just going to take that back a little bit because we're going to need an embankment. Or incline, sorry. Good. You can, I mean, I'm not really sure sort of, I mean, I've never been to Japan, but I imagine that, like, in Britain, that would be a very sort of, oh my god, you've destroyed the country view. Oh, the view of the sea, good lord. I sort of imagine in Japan it would be a bit more, and this is purely hypothetical, this is just what I think, that there might be a bit more like, this is excellent progress, you know, the train is good, the car is, you know, the train will take cars off the road, it will be better. Less traffic. I sort of feel like they'd see the bigger picture there. Whereas here it'd just be sort of someone kicking off that the nice view was spoiled. And it's like, yes, but then there'll be trains. And everyone loves trains. Well, I imagine you like trains if you're here. It'd be a little bit strange if you were watching this and you didn't like trains. Right, cut that back a little bit there, just build it straight across. I think we're obviously going for another tunnel at this point. Gearing ourselves up with that enormous cliff. Ooh, right, okay. That's not good. Right, tell you what we'll do. We'll smooth it. Oh, hang on, that's made everything worse. Right. Let's just make the brush smaller. Ah! It's like there was never a problem. We'll just smooth that off. And I think, have I just made it just back to where it was? No, okay, I've extended the, what is it, land reclamation, I think is what they call it. We have got wires there. I don't know why it's not gone from a high speed. I'm sure I told it to, but maybe I didn't. Right, now, we've got a choice here. We've got two options. We could either sort of go tunnel as the crow flies, excuse me, or we could go for the coastal run. Now, I feel like if I built as the crow flies, none of you would ever forgive me. Because obviously this is much prettier and cheaper, and it probably won't actually take that much longer. So yeah, we'll go for the coastal run. Now we've got little tunnels. Can we just burrow out there? We'll yeah, we don't need a tunnel. I mean, it's a very pretty route, isn't it? It's funny because I'm very fortunate at work to work over some very pretty routes, but after sort of a while of doing it, you don't really notice that it's pretty anymore. I mean, I'm a train conductor, so it's alright if the route's pretty, but if you're still arguing with folk to have a ticket, it's... sometimes you don't always notice how pretty the route is. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a tunnel there. Just a little one. Nope. There we go. And then we'll need another one through here, probably. Another one or two? No, one. I do like these square tunnels, particularly for the commuter stuff. I think it's brilliant. Right, we're not going to get away with going like that and round, are we? So I think we'll go for, we'll try and keep it as straight as possible. We'll have another tunnel. Do you know what? We'll have the classic tunnel on this one. The classic Transport Fever tunnel. Bring you to there. A little bit of a starting curve. Can we? Yeah, we'll knock that down. Yeah, I mean, building a tunnel is a cheaper option on this, isn't it? But I just, in real life, I imagine... Oh, hang on. Have I put the station on the wrong side? No, I haven't. It's fine. Don't panic, everybody. Yeah, in real life, I just imagine that building a tunnel would be a more expensive option. Just strikes me as, you know what I mean? Right, can we bridge that? We can. We can have one huge, great big bridge. Now that red girder is going to look horrific. Oh no, it's not one great big bridge. It's two bridges. So what about the red girder and a grey one, just so it's nice and understated? Right, there we go. Do like that grey bridge. We keep coming back and using it again and again. Because it just looks fantastic. I think the girders, you can use too much of them, you know what I mean? It can... There we go, straight out. Now obviously what we're aiming for here is that this is going to be much quicker than driving. I know that we've got a little situation on our Race to the North series with lots of traffic, but if we can get ahead of that... There we go. Oh, hang on. Right, we've messed up. I've missed the station. Delete. I'll bring that along here. Curve it round. Should we go for a little tunnel here? I feel that might be a good idea. Hey, have we kept it at 300? No, we haven't. Of course we haven't. I'm going to say surely that corner's not 300 kilometres an hour. Now, this is going to need a tunnel again. Because, I mean... We could build it as a cutting, but that would look rather silly. So I think we'll build that one as a cutting, but this one here I think we'll go for the old concrete tunnel. Now that's going to fly out there and is going to provide a nice little level crossing for us. That's going to make driving between these two much quicker. Well, not driving, but it's going to make moving from town to town much quicker. The level crossing's behaved. Oh! Beautiful. Because obviously now you don't have to go around the little mountain pass. Right. So we're going to have to tunnel and tunnel. And we'll just keep them looking a bit different. You don't want too much the same, do you? And then we'll build this out here. I think we'll go for a cutting there. Right, okay. Sorry, town. I know you've expanded up here, but, you know, we're going to have to get rid of you. Now, what I am going to do, I'm going to go for a little bit of flattening here. Brush size, there we go. I'm just going to do that. Just, you know... I think a cutting would look rather strange. Now, which is the main line? That one or that one? I think it's probably this one, isn't it? So we'll go for neither of those options and go for the middle, like that. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Right, bring that out and in there. And we'll bring that into there. Yep. Can actually bring that across there, and then we'll have another crossover here. Right, there we go. And another one there. Beautiful. Right. Okay. I mean, to be fair, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. It's probably because we've got lots of money now and we can just do silly things like bulldozing through everything. You know, that's probably why it was quicker. So, what I want to do... Oh, we've still got these really old signals on here. Wow. I want some sort of one-way auto-sig. There we go. Right, you've only auto-sig to there. Is there a gap in the track? Why have we not... Do we not fancy doing that bit? Oh, hang on, you've not auto-sigged anywhere, have you? Right, okay. Right, get rid. Yeah, I thought that it had done it, but obviously not. Right, there we go. That's actually put the signals in the right place. It's not put them there, though, has it? There we go, just before the doodah. Right, that's good. Now we're going to have a bit of that. I love autosig. It just saves you so much hassle. Right, there we go. We'll have another one of them. Ooh, that's quite a lengthy section. We'll have another signal just before the tunnel. I know they're not next to each other, are they? We're just sort of placing them randomly. It's not like me. Just before the tunnel. It's because in real life, signals aren't always directly opposite each other. You know, sometimes there's just a random signal on one side of the line. There we go. I do like me see... Oh! Oh! That escaped me notice. That's the good thing about this. A bit of quality control. It never goes amiss, does it? Right, build that on there. It's quite a lengthy section, isn't it? Thing is it's now, you know, we're not going to get time to get trains running, are we? It's another very lengthy section. Flipping heck. I think that's the longest distance between two stations, isn't it, really? Well, that's all good. And again. And then, is this the last bit, I think, with this big tunnel? No, second to last bit. And again. Have we done that? Yeah. Signal round there. And then, I mean, we'll probably do the same again there, just to give it a bit of space to get out the station. We do need a signal just before all the crossovers, though, don't we? There we go. They're quite close, but it's not the end of the world. Right, okie dokie. So, what we now need to do is not forget that a lot of these bigger stations with the canopies, they do not have platform buildings. They don't come with platform buildings. It's so annoying. So we need to go through. Is there not an option on this thing? No, there isn't, is there? What's this building Angia? Or Angia? No, JP station building. Ah! Now this is looking funky. I like this. Right, hang on. So station building 1. Ah! Station building 2. Okay, we'll just have 1. Now, overtrack. Wow. Okay, so we can do that. Can they use that, or is it just decorative? Because I feel like we've placed it on this platform. And it has it for this platform, but it's not sort of in that blue box. I don't know. I don't know. I've never used a sort of both platforms. I like the pink. Right, okay. I mean, it's pretty. So we'll leave it. I mean, that just sort of comes out in the middle of that building, doesn't it? Right, okay. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get rid of it. I don't like that. No, because it's a station building, isn't it? So we'll have that original one that we went with. There we go. That's sort of in the middle. And then we'll probably have like under MISC, we'll have some sort of overpass, won't we? Ooh, look, an overpass. There we go. Beautiful. And it comes through the station roof. It completely intersects the station roof. That's not good. What about that one? Oh, that's the same one but facing the other way. I mean, could we live with that? Could we live with the fact that obviously they'll walk through the roof? Because obviously when we're zoomed out here, you probably won't notice it that much, will you? Or should we just go for the underpass? Would that be easier? But now you can't see anything because the platform's higher. Oh, disaster. Right, well, I'll tell you what. I'll leave it up to you guys in the comments section. Can we live with the overpass like that? If it means... Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Transport Fever 2. In the next episode, we're going to finish off getting our stations all buildinged up, and we'll get some trains running, along with maybe some freight over to these places here. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, please do click the like button. It's always appreciated. And if you haven't already, do make sure you subscribe to the channel. You wouldn't want to miss out on any of this exciting building, would you? Apart from that, as I say, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Cheerio, everybody! Goodbye for now.